my favorite shows is coming back on this Sunday night. Third season for it. I stumbled upon it about 3 years ago in season 1. Loved it. Then I found out a lot of it was shot right here in our state. And since then, I've just been hooked. And then I told Porter, I said, let's track somebody down when I knew it was when it was coming back on again. And one of the stars of the show is joining us right now here on the program. He plays Rip Wheeler in season 3 of Yellowstone. Cole Hauser here in Salt Lake City on the Bill Riley Show. Hey, Cole, how are you?
Good. How you doing?
I'm doing fantastic. So you guys debut season 3 of Yellowstone this Sunday night, which I'm excited about. How have you found your time? I don't know if before the show you ever spent much time in our state, but how the last 3 years shooting in Utah and parts of Montana been for you?
I mean, I love it. I mean, I would come out here about 2 weeks before starting the film, and I've been out in Camas. I've been obviously Heber City, Park City, and I just think it's a fantastic state you guys have here.
No, I've been here about 19 years. I moved here from the southeast, and I absolutely love it, and it's been fantastic for us. So, how did you come upon the project? I'm just curious. You've done some TV, mostly movies, but you've done TV over your career as well. How did they approach you about the show, and were you in from the start?
A good buddy of mine who's the co-creator, his name's John Linson, and Taylor Sheridan, obviously. They both came to me and handed me the pilot episode for season 1, and Rip just jumped off the page to me, and I went back to them and said, it would be an honor to play this character, and Taylor said that's what I was thinking, and I go, great, so let's do this. And right from there, I went into cowboy camp and really started learning how to ride, and ride at a high level, which is not easy. So it was from there basically just working with Taylor and kind of creating this character, and, here we are 4 years later.
So you didn't have a whole lot of background in the riding or the cowboying before that because you carry it off pretty well.
No, I did actually, but this is a different level. I mean, there's getting on a horse on a vacation and taking a cruise, or even doing a movie. I did High-Low Country years ago, and, I got the opportunity to ride some bulls and stuff like that, which was, crazy in its own right. But this is, being able to rope, cut, rein, all these different disciplines, it takes time. It takes saddle time, and just like anything you do in life, if you don't do, the work, it's not going to be very good. So I've been spending a lot of time on making sure that it looks authentic.
So I was going to say, do you put that kind of work or have you had to put that kind of work into any of the other roles you've taken part in over your career?
I think each and every role you do, Bill, you got to put in the work, man, just like anything in life. And whether it's playing a U.S. Navy SEAL or a Ranger, or, going and playing a police officer, you just got to go on ride-alongs. You got to sit with these guys and pick their minds and figure out how to shoot guns and drop clips and put them back. So it's just, this is just another, facet of the acting game, and, I love it. I love that you get to learn from the best, too. I mean, some of the Cowboys, Jake Green was out of Spanish Fork, has been somebody who's been my side for the last 3 weeks, so he's helped me with the cutting aspect. Ross Coleman, who's PBR bull rider, he helped me with roping. And then Ted, the greatest reiners in the world. So it's just been an absolute pleasure. I'm blessed to be able to have the opportunity to do it.
Talking to Cole Hauser here on the Bill Riley Show. He's part of Yellowstone. The series continues this Sunday night on Paramount Network. It'll be season 3, plays the role of a Rip Wheeler in it. And I've tried to turn some people onto it, and some people have said, well, I'm not really into Westerns. I'm not really into that kind of genre. And what I always tell people, Cole, is if you give a show a chance, and I've found this over the years with a lot of HBO shows, to me, good television or good movies is about character development. And I think you guys have done a really good job through 2 seasons now heading into 3. And to me, I don't care whether it's Game of Thrones or The Sopranos or Yellowstone, good TV is good TV if the characters and if it's well written. And to me, the character development on this show is fantastic, whether you're into cowboying and ranching or whatever it might be. You connect with some of the characters.
Yeah, I mean, Station does a fantastic job of, making sure that each and every character is written, and that you understand, what he or she is going. I mean, from John Dutton all the way down to Gil Birmingham, he has the ability to really be able to, get into the mind of Victor and express it. And then, you need the actors to put it on more on the television. So, I think that everybody, top to bottom, just talent, and we're blessed that we have a show that people love.
The other thing that always stands out about either a good movie or good television is the characters that I just talk about. They're never black or white characters don't always register with me. To me, the best characters, there's those shades of gray. And I think you guys paint that pretty well, because there's a lot of guys, and yourself included, the roles in there. You may be a good guy in one episode or one season, but then there's people that are like, maybe not so much in another season. And you make people think about those characters. People might think of Costner as the lead guy and a good guy, but there's a lot with him as well. Same with your role.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I'm a big fan of multicolored characters, and I think that when you start looking at it, Bill, in real life, you might see one way of the person that you see every day. But I mean, what are they like on the weekends? What are they doing? And you don't really know. So I think it's wonderful to see, not just black and white, like you said. And I think, again, Taylor does a hell of a job in making sure that each and every character, me especially, with my character, he gives him to be, like you said, nice one day and loving with Beth, and then obviously putting people in the, on a train and throwing them off. So it's one of those characters where I get to be able to do a lot of different, and it's fun to go to work every day doing it.
You grew up in an acting family. Your dad's an actor, so you've been around this most of your life. You've been acting since the early 90s, pretty much. School Ties, Dazed and Confused, a couple of your early roles. But a guy like Costner, I mean, you and I are roughly about the same age. You're a little bit younger than me. But Costner seems to have been around in my life as long as I can remember to go into movies. What was it like being on set with him? And again, just being around him, probably having watched him on film and on screen a lot during your career.
What I'll tell you about Costner is he's one hell of a guy. And he actually comes from Ventura, California, Santa Barbara, so we kind of hit it off right away. But, secondly, he's he still loves, you can tell every day comes, he's pushing he's that dedicated and cares about the craft. Is pretty spectacular, and being able with him and just kind of pick up on things that he does is an honor. So I've been watching him from afar, all the way back to Field of Dreams and Ballard, and I mean, you name it. He's done so many great films, but it's great to work with him finally, and he's become a very, very dear friend.
You've been acting for damn near 30 years, so you've got a wide swath and a big old IMDb page. What do people recognize you most for, or does it depend on how old they are?
Thanks for it depends. If I'm in Texas, it's Dazed and Confused. If I'm in the inner cities, or New York, it's Higher Learning, or it depends. I mean, it's right now it's Yellowstone. I mean, walking New York City Airport is pretty nuts. There's a lot of fans out there in the state of Utah, and it's like the beard and the dark hair is. I'm a ginger by nature, so I can get away with it when I don't have the dye. So, but it's been, look, at the end of the day, it's wonderful to be acknowledged for something that you love doing, and I truly love what I do. So, I'm with the audiences are responding, and hopefully we can. This year we can start winning a few awards as well.
Yeah, that'd be nice. Not that Wikipedia is always the most accurate place, but I like to go to a lot of places when I research interviews. Said you're a huge sports fan, played a lot of sports growing up before you went acting full time. So on a sports talk show like mine, I'd be remiss if I didn't kind of ask you where your sports fandom takes you, Cole, and what are some of your favorites?
I'm Vegas Raider, which it'll be interesting, and I have an opportunity the stadium and fly above it in a helicopter. I can't wait. I'll be there. Obviously, Golden State Warriors, and really, I mean, in the And, a lot of people are like, well, you're from Santa Barbara. And back in the day, obviously San Francisco was the best team area, and then down south was the Lakers. And so I just couldn't stand them. And so I became by proxy, an Oakland Raider and also a Golden State Warrior. And so it's turned out okay in the last few years as far as Golden State, but it's been a dismal 15 years to be a Raider. So hopefully we can turn it around in Vegas.
Well, not anytime soon because I'm a Chiefs fan, so I'm okay with the Raiders staying down for a little while Patrick Mahomes has his time.
You can be fine for the next 10 years. We're going to get your number. We're going to build troops back in business. We're going to give you a couple
moment or two more here with Cole Hauser. Yellowstone Season 3 debuts on Sunday night. I was looking over your IMDb list, and I think you did, and again, correct me if I'm wrong because I didn't see all of these movies. I think I only see one sports-ish movie on your movie list. It was a soccer movie kind of early in your career. Why weren't there more sports movies for Cole Hauser?
Well, I did the Cup, too. I played a goalie from West Virginia.
Yes.
Over in Scotland. But, as you know, Bill, we're getting up, in age, but I'd be happy to play a coach. I'm not running and hitting anybody anymore on the football field, but I would love to get out a coach. I have a bunch of friends that are coaches, that I've met over the years that are in the NBA and also in the NFL. And the more I'm around them, I'm like, God, I would love to be there and be able to portray at the highest level a coach, and what they go through. So I'm looking for that script. And let me know if you find it, bud.
Well, I'll tell you this. What you're doing right now with Yellowstone is probably more athletic than anything you could have even done in your younger days. Riding those horses and doing the rodeo stuff is unbelievable. Yeah.
No, and then sometimes on my, off day, which is, he's killed it. I'm 45, so, and he's a big boy. So we get to tussle as well. So I'm getting my workout.
Any teases for Season 3 you want to give us before it hits on Sunday night?
I mean, just before 9. I think, the audience has been really, asking for that. And I think, Taylor did a great job of, diving further into, our romance and kind of our love for each other. So I look forward to seeing what the audience thinks about it. I know Kelly and I put in a lot of heart, and hopefully everybody enjoys it.
I guarantee we will. Hey, I appreciate you taking a few minutes. Like I said, I'm a big fan of the show, been a big fan of your career all the way through. I'm glad you guys have enjoyed Utah and your time out here, and good luck with it, Cole. Let's catch up again sometime.
Thanks a lot, Bill, and thanks for watching, buddy.
I appreciate it. That's Cole Hauser.